Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit Zabi here, back again with Fate 01, episode 4 of season 2, and in the last episode, it's probably one of my... Last episode was probably one of my favourites, just for the amount of, just the amount of things that sort of happened that shocked me, and just the way it was presented, like that fucking image of Lancer with his spear through his heart and his eyes like bloodshot. Like that is an image that sticks with me a lot. Like that is, it was nuts. That was nuts. I think it's just a tough way for him to go as well. Like he was the only character that I wanted for. Because his, even his wish, he never had a wish for the Grail itself. He just wanted to have a fucking honourable duel with fucking Seo, and he never got it. It just sucks, man. It sucks the way he went. Yeah, I mean, with Emiya and whatnot, it's tough. And I need to learn more about what the reasons why he does the way that he does things. Because on one side, you've got... The reason why it's so drastically a juxtaposition of of my feelings towards this is because the way that Emiya went around it is very smart. He did it, and he did it in a way that was basically meant that Kenneth had no, he couldn't win. He had to do it. But it is a very, you have to toss away, a lot of human decency to be able to pull off something like that. You have to be pretty empty inside. And I mean, he's got blank eyes. A lot of characters have blank eyes in the show, I've noticed. But, you know, it's an evil thing to do. Even if it's doing it against Kenneth, who's, you know, naturally, one of the dickheads of the show. But, you know, even then... It's horrible to kind of... it was horrible to kind of witness. I can't look at what Emiya did and say that is a good... oh, well done. You know what I mean? It's very backhanded, and it is quite... It's not nice to witness. But on the other hand, it's well... You know, I need to see. I need basically more information on why he chooses to do this and why he thinks it's all fair. Because, you know, obviously there's stuff that hasn't been revealed yet. Hopefully we'll get that at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. We're gonna get in episode 4 now. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, episode 4. Fucking hell, everyone's just dropping like flies now. I mean, I saw it coming. I saw it fucking coming. You know what I mean? Fucking Tokyomi did everything wrong. He did everything wrong. He confronted Kire about his past with the Ironsburns. He kicked him out of the Holy Grail War. He gave him his will. He gave him a knife. And then he turned his back on him. Fucking hell, Tokyomi. You've just... fuck. I guess in some regard, he had no reason to think that Kiri would betray him, but still, even the person I trusted most, I would still have a bad feeling about turning my back on somebody in a dark room that I've just given my will and a knife to. I mean, come on. I mean, the death flag was there, wasn't it? As soon as he went to fucking talk to Rin and Ai, you just knew. You knew it was coming. You see, again, like it is with Kenneth, with Tokyomi, it's obviously Tokyomi isn't as much of a dick, but, you know, the whole thing with him and Carrier and talking about why he got rid of Sakura and whatnot, right? You know my thoughts on Tokiomi regarding that, right? The problem is he seems to believe that this is the right course of action, right? Like this is the right thing to do, right? It's all about, it's not about, the priority isn't, loving your family more than it is like, the family must succeed. The lineage must must win at some point. Like, so in one regard, I'm like, well, you deserve it. But on the other, it's I kind of want to see it as sort of like karma. You know what I mean? Because I can't forgive him for what he basically given Sakura away, and especially what happened to her. Maybe he didn't know that that's what would happen to Sakura, but I don't care. Like, if you're giving away a child, I like, that's the bit that I don't agree with. Regardless if Sakura ended up going to a nice family, you know what I mean? It's like, it's that I don't agree with that personally. Okay, so I say this as sort of like, a kind of karma thing. It's like, oh well, you kind of deserve it. The reason why I'm kind of hesitant on, like, why I don't know if I really like it or not, is because of his interactions with Rin and whatnot. You know what I mean? Like, he has that fatherly side to him when he's with Rin. You know what I mean? And saying that does put him in a better light, but knowing what he thinks, I can't forgive him for that. And that, I kind of think he deserves it. He's basically fucked it up because when he went to see Rin for the last time, he literally told her that I did write it down. Where is it? Yeah, keep the church in your debt. So, along with the will, Kirie now has full right to be guardian of Rin, even though he's just killed Rin's father. Literally, Tokiomi could, out of everything that could have gone wrong, Tokiomi did the worst possible fucking thing. He did the worst this episode. Like, everything that he did was wrong. Everything he did just didn't help him at all. He put way too much trust in that person, in Kirie. He really did. Wasn't there a thing in one of the first episodes where Rin went to Kirie and basically said, "Will you betray my father?" or something like that? A nice foreshadow there. I basically said, didn't I? I'm sure I said that episode as well. I discussed it and I said, yeah, it's definitely happening. It's definitely happening, isn't it? Fuck's sake. By the way, I just want to point this out as well. The mediator moved. After he was shot, right? When Kenneth shot him, Kenneth was in the middle, right? So Kenneth was actually where the mediator's body was in this episode, right? And when he shot him, the mediator was walking down to the right. So he was behind one of the I can't remember what you call them. It's in my head. I remember what it is. Like the seating area, right? The pews or whatever. Yeah, he was walking past, so he moved. Although, yeah, I guess he didn't die straight off the bat because obviously he had to do the write the thing in blood. So never mind. Don't listen to me. I did write down Kirie doesn't have to worry about betraying his father now, because obviously that was a thing that he was talking with Gilgamesh about, if I go against this, I'll be going against my own father. He didn't have to worry about that. Apparently Gilgamesh was saying that Kirie actually wanted to kill his own father. You see, this is the thing with Kirie. The thing that really intrigues me is the fact that I don't know whether he actually believes this stuff, if he was actually that way inclined. like that he actually wanted to do all of this stuff that Gilgamesh is making him do, if that was always dormant and it just took for someone to talk him out of it, or Gilgamesh is literally making him believe that that's what he wants when in reality he doesn't. I don't know which one it is. But either way, he's turned down the path of the evil doer now, hasn't he? So Tokiomi wanted an alliance with Emiya and crew, which I wasn't sure if that was a ploy, but it turns out that he actually did, because he actually ends up getting rid of Kyrie from the Holy Grail War because of that. Doesn't matter now though, does it? Which is great. I mean, I think it's going to be fairly obvious to Emiya a lot that Kyrie has done him in. I mean, it just is, isn't it? As soon as they find out that Tokiomi's dead, that's it. We had Iri talking about how the Avalon's actually extended her life as a homunculus further than what it should have. So that every time she goes out of range of Saber, she's weaker anyway. I did not expect. I don't know why I didn't think about this. The idea that if the Mediator dies, who is that it, or like the Master is like another one, kind of. You know, is it passed on? And it was passed on to Kyrie, who was formerly a Master, and now he's both. He is a Mediator and a Master. So how many fucking command spells does he have control of? Like, how many does he have? That's nuts. Especially with Arsha, who's, like, known to go against Auras or whatever the fuck. I'm surprised he actually went with Kyrie actually knowing that, because isn't he one that doesn't like to be ordered around? My thoughts on being a Mediator and a Master is nuts, and I don't know if it extends to the reason why Kyrie is allowed to become a Master as well as a Mediator is because he was previously a Master, like he was previously chosen as a Master. Otherwise, I'm not sure if he could become both. I think it's just an exceptional case for him because he was once a Master before, and that's the only reason why he can't do it. But yeah, interesting little bit of detail Kyrie went into, basically saying that all of the servants actually need to die in order to summon the Grail, or to like open it up in order for a wish to take place, which is something that I guess does everyone know? It's seemingly only Kyrie and that knows about it. I mean, Tokiomi knew. See, I'm wondering exactly how many people actually know about that. Well, the fact it's like it says sacrifice is like, yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I never really questioned the way in which the Grail knows, or like what it's, if it's a sentient being or what, like, you know what I mean, how it actually works, because I don't know why I've never questioned it, because we've never seen it. It's not like for all we know, it's not even a physical object. But we've never seen it in person, so I don't know why I haven't questioned it. I think I should have. I guess it's just completely, you know, this show gives you like a lot to be excited about and a lot to talk about, so it's obviously it's just not been in my head. Like, I've had other things preoccupying my mind, but it will probably make sense, like the sacrifice of all the servants allow it to be summoned, so it like comes out of nothing kind of thing, and that like almost like the Dragon Balls, you know, once you get all of the Dragon Balls, Shenron's there. He's summoned, so it works in the same way then, I imagine. But that's interesting to know, because yeah, my thought was, oh no, it's just the last ones left standing, so the last servant Actually, yeah. Why didn't I think about this? Because now that I'm thinking about it, like... That means Ryder's wish can't come true. Ryder wanted to wish to be human again. But he has to die in order for the Grail to come to... So he's not getting his wish then. I guess the only way that could possibly happen is if one of the Masters ordered that to happen. But why? Like, if Waver was to win, I reckon he would do that, to be honest. Because he doesn't have another real goal in mind, like another real wish. His wish was basically coming from the idea that he just wanted to be acknowledged and whatnot. And I think it's a real sort of... I think it's obviously a sort of side story that has been going on throughout the show between Ryder and Waver, that the person who does acknowledge him and give him that confidence is Ryder. So if Waver's wish was to be anything, it would be to grant Ryder's wish. I mean, I find it interesting the fact that even the servants talk about getting like what their wish is. So is it a case of like both the servant and the master? Like, did they think that it was a thing of like both the master and servant get a wish, or what? You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, fucking hell. There's only 4 left. So there's Gilgamesh, Saber. Gilgamesh, yeah. Saber, Ryder, and Berserker. It's gonna come down to Saber and Gilgamesh, innit? I don't see Waver and Ryder winning it. And yeah, to my immediate despair, I don't see Carrier winning it either, which is sad because, again, like, he epitomizes like doing this. Like, he epitomizes what a good human being is supposed to be doing this for. Like, if you had to, if you're going around every master, right, who has taken part in this Holy Grail war, while Waver's isn't as, you know, you can look at Waver and be like, oh, he's just a fucking, you know, he's just a kid, you know what I mean? He's not doing this out of any bad reason, and that is true. You know, but he's still doing it for himself. The only person who ever started this doing it for the sake of somebody else was Carrier. You know, and that's the reason why I wanted him to be the dude, be the guy to do it. And also he's been through shit, like he's been fucking burnt and all that crap. Had to deal with all those bugs and shit, like, that's nuts. I don't even think, like, so Kyrie's like original plan didn't go through. Like, he basically saved Carrier so that Carrier could could take out Tokyomi, but in the end, Kyrie just did it himself. So great. But yeah, I mean, I don't see how this doesn't end with the last two being Emiya and Kyrie. Like, it's been like one of the bigger setups throughout the whole throughout this whole show, so it kind of has to be, doesn't it? I'll be surprised if it's any other two. I just don't see how it can't be those two ending it, which kind of sucks because I don't really want to predict that. I want to be surprised. But, you know, when it comes to storytelling, you know, there's only so many things you can kind of do before, like, you know, to have the most impactful sort of the most impactful story, whether it be feel good or what, needs to have significant setup behind it in order for it to be you know, for it to be a good resolution at the end. You know, so if it was to be Saber versus Ryder, you know, it wouldn't be as impactful at the end, would it? I mean, I guess the thing that you could go on was that whole thing of like, you know, the whole king thing. If Saber was able to defeat Ryder, would that in turn bring back his respect for Saber and you know, acknowledge her as a king? But it's not really a battle of good versus evil then, is it? Which I think, you know, I guess it doesn't like have to be. Like, you could easily make a story where that was the case. I just think if you're making a story, the culmination of the story has to be a good versus evil kind of thing, and the only real evil right now is Kyrie. So regardless, he has to be in the last two. He's also got Gilgamesh, who is regarded as like the strongest one. So, you know, if he doesn't make it to the final two, I mean, you kind of have to call bullshit on it, don't you? So he has to make it regardless. It's not going to be Ryder and Waver versus fucking Kyrie, because while Ryder's Noble Phantasm is considered like to be as strong as Gilgamesh's Gate of Babylon, the impact just isn't there between those two. Like, those two don't have the thing that they don't have the catalyst between those two to like make a very impactful resolution at the end. So it's not going to be those two. You could have Carrier and Kyrie be the last ones, seeing as it could be like a sort of like a a sort of irony, like the fact that Kyrie is the one that actually, instead of killing him, actually, you know, saved his life, and then, you know, poetic irony, Carrier's the one to kill him at the end, which I would fucking love. I would love that to happen, but it's not going to happen, is it? It's going to be Kyrie and Emiya. That's who it's going to be. I guarantee. If I am wrong, I'll be very surprised. I think the only two left that I would accept would be either Emiya and Kyrie, and that being the top one, and then below that, the one I'll be happy with is Carrier and Kyrie. I don't think I would be happy. Yeah, I don't think I would be happy with the idea of Ryder being one of the last two, because I don't see how the story could end in a way where it would be impactful enough for that. Even though I like them, I do like Ryder and whatnot, I just don't see how. You know, you have to live up to the resolution. Like, you know, it has to be a big ending, and I don't see that being the case with Ryder. I really don't. He's had his moments, so, you know, so it, like, I'm happy with what Ryder has done so far, and there's still more to come of him, obviously. So, you know, it's not going to be a case of, oh, he didn't do enough. But yeah. So yeah, Kyrie now has Archer. It's going to be nuts. The last, I did say it, didn't I? I said, like, after episode 2, I was like, well, fuck, it's going to fucking hit the fan now then, isn't it? Like, at this point, people are just going to be dropping like flies, and they have done, so great. Can't wait for the next episodes. But that is all for today, so thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. One of them is a Discord. I urge everyone to go over there. I mean, I'm over there, all the community's over there. Get yourself over there. SirMonkeySuit.com, my website. Get yourself signed up over there, become a member. All of my content is over there. You can also go on the forum and post what shows you want me to react to in the reaction recommendations page. The top 10 liked will actually be put into a pool for the next like reaction that the next show that I react to. So make sure you get over there and do that. And Patreon, I do have a Patreon. If you do want to support me, that'd be very much appreciated. There's a bunch of different tiers and rewards depending on how much you want to support me with. So there's $5 a month. That is the early access. That gives you access to the shows I react to a week early, and also for Fate, you actually get 4 episodes every single week. So By the time this comes out to the public, I'll be well into Unlimited Blade Works, so if you want to get caught up, make sure you go over there and check that out. $10 a month, that's a full length, so for that you gain access to my full length library. Everything I react to gets a full length. So yeah, there's that. $15 a month, that is the exclusive tier, so for that you gain access to a bonus show, which was Mob Psycho 100, but obviously that's finished now. We're in the middle of a poll as of recording to decide what the next show in the exclusive tier is going to be. So if you don't know what that is, make sure you go over to Patreon and check out what that is. $50 a month, that is the elite tier. You don't have to pay a month. It's basically just, it could be act as like a one-time thing. You just pay $50, you'll get a choice of a show that you want me to react to, and I will react to it. It will go at the back of the list behind a couple of shows, primarily 7, so not a couple. So it might take me a while to get round to it, but if you want to jump the queue and go to the very front so that your show gets reacted to first, then or next, then you want to get God tier, which is $100. And yeah, that's that. So thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.